Have you ever stopped to think about how a programming language can be simple enough for a total beginner, but at the same time powerful enough to run some of the world's most complex systems? Well, today we're going to get into the incredible story of Python and how it climbed its way to the very top of the tech world.
You know, Python is literally everywhere. It's the invisible engine running behind the scenes. Think about the payments you make on apps like Stripe or Venmo, or the mind-blowing AI that powers so many of the services you use every day. It's quietly driving everything from finance to, you guessed it, even quantum computing.
So that's the big question, right? How did this one language, famous for being so simple, become such a heavyweight in so many incredibly demanding fields? Let's dig in and find out.
Okay, to really get a grip on Python's dominance, you just have to look at the numbers. And believe me, the numbers are, well, they're pretty staggering.
Get this. Python is the single most in-demand programming language for 2025. And this isn't just some popularity contest. We're talking about more than 1.19 million job listings on LinkedIn right now that require Python skills. The market is absolutely screaming for it.
And just look at this chart. In only 2 years, the number of finance jobs that mention Python has almost tripled. This isn't just a slow and steady trend, people. This is an explosion. Python is literally embedding itself into the very core of our economy.
So, we've seen the what, but now for the really interesting part, the why. What is Python's secret sauce? What makes it so special? Well, it really boils down to a few core ideas.
I like to think of them as the 4 pillars of Python. First up, radical simplicity. It's just easier and faster to write, which means developers can build things way quicker. That's a huge win for business. Second, it's incredibly flexible. You can whip up a prototype, a minimum viable product or MVP, to test an idea, and then scale it up into a massive platform. Third, it has this gigantic ecosystem of free libraries. It's like a massive, free toolbox for pretty much any problem you can think of. And finally, the community. It's a passionate, open-source community that's always making it better. This quote from Python's own website just nails it. It's designed to be approachable, to be collaborative, friendly, and easy to learn. That's not just some marketing slogan. No, it's a core part of its design, and it's what has fueled its incredible, unstoppable growth.
All right, now let's look at where the rubber really hits the road. We're going to see how Python is completely changing 2 of the most powerful industries on the planet today, finance and AI. This is where you see just how undeniable its influence is.
You might not even realize it, but chances are you're using Python every single day. Those fintech giants like Stripe, Venmo, Robinhood, they all rely on Python for their most important core services. Its blend of simplicity and raw power makes it the perfect tool for the super complex world of finance.
And all that demand? Well, it translates directly into high-paying jobs. Right now, the median salary for a software developer in the US is over $132,000 a year. That's a pretty strong starting point, right?
But then look at this. If you're a Python developer at a top tech company like Meta, that median salary jumps to $176,000. That is the premium that companies are willing to pay for real Python expertise. So the big takeaway here is that Python skills aren't just in demand, they're incredibly valuable. And a huge reason for that value is its total dominance in the single hottest field on the planet. Yep, AI. In the world of artificial intelligence, Python is basically king. It's got tools for every kind of machine learning imaginable. For your classic predictive stuff, you've got libraries like scikit-learn. But for the really advanced deep learning, you've got the heavy hitters, TensorFlow and PyTorch. These are the tools that build what we call neural networks. You can think of them like digital brains that learn from massive amounts of data to power everything from image recognition to all the generative AI that everyone's talking about right now. So Python isn't just running the show today, it's actively writing the script for tomorrow. So let's take a quick look at where it's going next. There are 3 really exciting frontiers emerging. First, you've got MicroPython, which is bringing AI to tiny, low-powered devices like drones and smartwatches. That's the whole edge computing revolution. It just means your devices get smarter and faster without having to talk to the cloud all the time. Second, it's making web development leaner and more efficient. And third, and this is a big one, it's making quantum computing accessible. Giants like IBM and Google are building their quantum frameworks on it. It's literally helping build the next generation of supercomputers.
And listen, this isn't just for developers anymore. Leaders across every industry are paying close attention. When the CEO of Citigroup says that understanding code is valuable for everyone, you know a fundamental shift is happening. They are actually offering Python classes to their banking analysts and traders. Think about that.
So after all this, what's the one big idea you should walk away with from Python's incredible story?
It all comes down to what I like to call Python's paradox. It's this unique, unbelievable combination of being simple enough for a beginner to pick up fast, yet powerful enough to run the world's most advanced systems in finance, AI, and scientific research. That very duality, that's its true superpower.
And that leaves us with one last, really fascinating question to think about. As our technology gets more and more complex, will the simplest language on the block continue to rule them all? For now, it sure seems like Python has proven that it can.